everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XL, alright, welcoming you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody's day number 14, end of the second week, and we're taking a look at some good old-fashioned Gustos. We're trying to swarm out with our birds, make our Sphreezes, and start doing some nice reverse damage by chucking birds at our opponent. It's like we're playing Angry Birds, and our opponent's the pig. So now we got ourselves our Gustos today, and we're combined with some windwitches for some added punch to the deck. A little bit of a plan B action so that in case I can't do the reverse damage for whatever reason, I at least have a bit of a cushion, a nice big soft crystal wing shaped cushion. So we got ourselves our deck, and it's all thanks to Mr. Levi's Stories that we're playing some Gustos today, because he really wanted to see some Gusto action, some nice clean Gusto action. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go into EDO Pro. We're going to show off the wombos, the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time. And of course, if you want the deck list today, it's going to be revealed at the end of the episode. Stay tuned till then and watch some duels with us. So enough talking. Let's get right into the action. Alrighty, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We want to go second with this deck as much as humanly possible. That's the whole idea of the deck, is going second. Our opening hand, it's got stuff. I like the win. If I had Griffin too, that would be perfect. But for now, we got ourselves an opening hand where I can at least do stuff. So I'm happy with that. Let's see here. Oh, and we got Gusto Vadir. We have Gusta Guldo. We have our Herpes Feather Duster. I'm going to say no to back row. What was he playing? Ooh, some nasty things. Some nasty things. Let me think about this. Okay, let's use Win the Wind Chandler's effect. We'll go ahead and ditch it and our Windwitch Glass Spell. Get ourselves some other cards. If he negates this, that's fine. I could deal with that. I could deal with that. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Then a Gusto, summon a Gusto. I mean, that'll give me 2 tuners, which is not ideal. But that's what I got right now. Alright. Well, we've cost my opponent a lot of stuff, and we have backup in case he tries to do it some more. But for now, let's go ahead and send some monsters to the graveyard. Who do we wish to send to the graveyard? I'll just send a Griffin for now because I don't really have anything else to send. I could send Pilica, and that'd be good for later. But for now, we're just going to summon these two. And let's see. Yeah, we'll make Win the Wind Chandler. We'll make the Chandler Verdant. That'd be pretty good. Bigger than the other two combined. Not the start we want, but when your opponent's playing like every other negate, you kind of have to do that sort of thing. So we'll end our turn at this. And I've got some setup for next turn. You know, if he destroys Win by whatever means, I can add a Win monster with low defense. And that includes things like Pilica. And then Pilica, when I summon it, can revive a monster. We're pretty set there. We're pretty set in that regard. So this appears to be some form of Slifer deck. I suppose because he has the Awakened Trap thing that lets him draw 6 or whatever it does. Isn't that what it does? Yeah, that's what it does. Let's see. Ooh, Gusto Griffin. I'm going to hold on to the Gusto Griffin. We're in a bit of a top deck situation here, but you know what? I can deal with that. What is this? Dandy White Lion. 3 fluff tokens. I see. Fascinating. Alright, you got your fluff tokens. I hope you're happy with that. Okay. Got tokens. Okay. Got some tokens. Not too worried about that. I mean, what's the worst it could do? Make Nightmare Unicorn? Not even gonna go for Nightmare Unicorn, you coward. Ooh, Telly. Oh, man. I gotta worry about these set cards. So this guy seems to want to play a lot of negates and things of that nature. But I'm still gonna give it a shot. Let's go for Telly. We're going to emergency our teleport and summon nothing because my opponent... See, this is why we have things like Call by the Grave and all these things to stop back row. It's like, that's this game nowadays. That is this game nowadays. Just don't let the opponent play the archetype. Thing about Gusto that's good, we want our opponent to play. We want them to do stuff. We want them to summon big chonkin monster. Then we summon little monster and start ramming into said big monster. That's what Gusto likes to do. That's what makes it nice and clean and easy with the Gustos, is that they don't really care about negation. That's the Windwitch's job. No, Gusto is just about pure battle and mild animal abuse, which I'm not a fan of, but, you know, the birds volunteered for this. I'm sure that's part of the Gusto's very varied lore. But we're pretty set. I mean, he hasn't done anything else. I guess these are all just negates. He's got a lot of negates and a whole lot of not much else. Not much of a Slifer deck, has to be said, but is what it is. Let's just end our turn there. I don't trust this guy to not be running Cosmic Cyclone. I don't trust that. Sarcophagus. Alright, that's not necessarily good. But at the same time, not necessarily bad. Because he'll summon out his 2 Horus dudes. And yeah, I'll take some damage, but I'll get a card. What does this do again? Target 2 cards, put to hand or in the grave. And this is the one that lets him draw more things. And I can't destroy him if I don't target him, so... Alright, is what it is. Let's activate Wind's effect. And we're going to go ahead and get... I'm going to get Wind the Wind Chandler the medium. Because I can discard her with Gusto Griffin, get another card, and then Griffin will summon a Gusto from the deck. It's very nice. Alright, so that'll deal with that. So he will get to draw a couple cards and add a couple cards back. Can't do much about that. Although, I can do something about that now. Let me think about this. Let us Kaiju banish from the grave. I kind of want to stop him from getting his Ash Blossoms back, because that would be a problem. This just lets him draw more cards. No monster, different names in your main monster. So yeah, that wouldn't matter either way. I'm going to get rid of Happy. I don't trust Happy. Happy is kind of an arse. And let's go ahead and Storm the Lightning. Back row, be gone. Or summon a Horus from the hand of the grave. No. You may not summon a Horus from the bloody grave. Not if I have anything to say about it. No Horus for you. Now, granted, again, he is going to get to draw 2 cards, but I'm hoping with this nice big Kaiju here... Oh, Lord, now what? Set this card, banish it, release the field. Okay. Alright, is what it is. Let's activate our win. I swear if you draw another Ash Blossom off of this, that would be a pain in the butt. Alright, so let us add... we're going to special summon Pilica, actually. So let's get... Who's in my graveyard right now? Wrong graveyard. Here we go. Alright, so Pilica will be able to summon Gustaguldo. So I just need someone that I can ram into my opponent with great force. Let's go ahead and get our other Gustaguldo. Yeah. That'll work. So we'll get Gustaguldo. And then we're going to activate the effect of our Griffon. This will bring back our Gusto Pilica. And she's going to activate her effect, summoning a monster from the grave. And we're going to go ahead and get Gusto Vadir. I mean, his effects are negated, all that good stuff. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. Yeah, this will fine. This is fine. Let's see here. If I go for Rampilica, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, because this is the newer Synchro monster. I can summon a Gusto from the hand, a Gusto from the deck. I haven't normal summoned yet. Sphreez recovers a card. You know what? Why not? I want to show off everything this deck do, so why the heck not? I'll put this in attack mode, because again, they take all the damage anyway. We'll get our Lampapilica, and we're going to summon from the deck, from the hand, summon them both, and then we get a Synchro summon for our Sphreez, which is our main boss here. Hey, this guy's been a bit annoying with all those negates and things, and I'm starting to feel like he has a Nibiru on top of all this. But we will do what we need to do. So we'll get our Gustaguldo back. We're going to normal summon that boy. And then we're going to hope math is on our side. I don't know if it is, but we're going to find out. So we're going to attack into Gandharla with our Gulda. He will take all of the damage. There you go. That's the idea of the Gustos. Then Guldo will activate, because he got destroyed. I can summon Eggle. Leggle my Eggle, you might say. And we're going to attack with that boy. Do more damage. This is the heart and soul of Gusto. No negates, no flute gates. What are you doing now? Oh. Putting Monster Born on top of his deck. He's mourning the fact that this game is over. My opponent put some heart into this one, but unfortunately for him, my angry birds will not be denied. Your fortress has fallen. So that'll be game right there, unless I misread the math, but I got 2 other monsters, doesn't matter. And there you go. That is what Gusto is all about. It was a little tricky with all the ash blossoms and like these Horuses showing up out of literally nowhere. But we were able to out my opponents just trying to stop me from doing things, and we went for game. That's what Gustos want to do. So, perfectly acceptable for a first duel that we got to show off the Gusto line, but we still have a little bit more of this deck do. Of course, we have all the Wind Witches and stuff, but just for the fact that we got to show off the Gustos, that is what this deck is about. So, let's go for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. Hopefully against some opponents who aren't just about, like, all these negates and things. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Once again, just trying to go second. We'll see how we go. Okay, we're going first this time. Not ideal, but I do run at least a little bit for doing that. Let's see. True to both my Gusto Guldos. An interesting affair. An interesting affair. Let me think about this. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed. We're going to summon out Gusto Guldo. Obviously, we're going to summon Gusto Guldo. And we're going to equip it with the Tailwind of the Gusto. This is a nice little equip. One of the only supports Gusto's ever really got. Other than, you know, Vadir and Pilica. But, you know, yeah. Basically, lets me set up more. I equip it onto a monster. Has 2 effects. Since my boy is a low level, I get to summon out another monster like Pilica here. Hachamba. And we have normal summon, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and summon our Daigusto. I'm going to put that in defense mode. This is going to make it so my monsters can't be targeted by stuff. Yeah, can't be targeted. Can still be destroyed, but we'll have to live with that. No, we're good. We're going to use our Lampilica. Let's see. We need another and another. This is going to drain us of some resources, sadly. But it's what we have to do at the moment. We're going to summon out our Daigusto Sphreez. We'll leave her in attack mode. I'm not super worried about this. Let's go ahead and get back a Pilica for later. And I've got my teleport for later if I really, really need it. Also, I do have my Tailwind. I can banish this, discard a card, get another one. Which is nice for recovery. It's even better if I had Griffin. But for now, we'll just end our turn at that and see where this goes. Really depends on what my opponent's playing. Like I said, we're more of a going second bunch. We're more of a fashionably late sort of deck. We'd rather be there after the party's already started. It's a thing. Gustos are just terrible party players. They're birds. Most of them are birds. And a griffin. There are some humanoid ones, but for the most part, they're birds, for frig's sake. They're bird brains. They can't play no party. Alright, so this is, if I didn't know better, this is either A, a spellbook deck, B, an Exodia deck, or C, an Exodia deck with spellbook cards in it. It's hard to say which. I'm going to go find a limb, a very small limb, mind you, and say that this is an Exodia deck. Almost 100% certain of that. Okay, so that makes things a little eh. A little bit eh. Ooh, Toon Bookmark. I at least got to give him props for playing the Toon Bookmark. I don't care if this is an Exodia deck or whatever. You got to give the guy props so he's at least playing that. Got a special summon the rest of the turn. Yeah, this is some sort of chintzy Explodia deck, which is fine. I mean, you know, I can't be beaten in battle. I mean, you can beat Laplacia. How do you pronounce your name, man? Laplampilica. That's your name. Okay. She's a lady riding a penguin. That's all you really need to know. Alright, but yeah, this is some... I say this is Exodia, but no self-serving Exodia deck would ever banish their back or the face down cards in the deck. That's insane. What if you banish an Exodia piece? Maybe you can recover them. I don't know, but I would say that that's a silly idea either way. Okay. That's directly opposed to what I want to do. Stop it. Stop making me bigger. I don't want my monsters bigger. You're the one who's supposed to have bigger monsters. Alright. Well, alright. This is something, like I said, this is an Exodia deck of some form. Now he's going to ditch a spell book, get even more cards. Still hasn't seen Exodia. I guess that means he didn't banish any of the pieces. If he had, he would have already given up at this point. That's the thing. So I can't be targeted, so... I mean, if this is Magic Cylinder, I'm fine. Although, Lap doesn't defend herself. It's kind of like a... Owie! Stop it! Stop doing things to my cards. Stop it. That was a lot of damage. That was a bloody hell. That was a bloody nose. Why would you do these things? Why would you do this? Oh yeah, he can attack directly. I forgot. I forgot! Well! That was annoying as hell. My goodness. Okay, well, I hate to say it, but we did lose that duel. We did lose that duel. This is why we don't go first in this deck very much. If we got the Wind Witches, it's fine. I could have stopped this like a million years ago. This guy would not have had a chance if I had a Crystal Wing. I would have just negated this thing. But I didn't. And that's why Gustos don't go first. We don't like to do it. So let's go for a third duel. And we'll see. We'll go second again and put things back on the right track. Alrighty, our third opponent, the fighting third. Oh, let's see going second. That's what I want to see. That way we have the best chance. Alrighty. Not bad. Not bad. I see a lot of Wind Witch action, which is cool. I'd like a Wind Charmer. That'd be perfect. Or even better if I get Foolish Barrel of Goods. That would also work. We're up against some blue peeps. Whitey Dragons. Powerful bunch of monsters if they get the right setup for certain. I've seen them do it. What do we got? White Stone of the Old Dudes. Another White Stone of the Old Dudes. You can only use one effect per turn, though. Interesting. Okay, Heraldic Seal of the Spheres. Could be a little tricky. Just because he can tribute whatever. Bounce my dudes. He tributes himself, he gets another dude. Jet Dragon. Jet Dragon. Wait, how do you get them both? Oh, those both act. Okay, I misread that. I misread that smidge. Let's activate Ice Bell and see where this goes. I still have my triple tactical talents, so if need be, I could do stuff. I could do a thing or two. All depends on where this go. I just need to be careful about... When is he going to hit me with this? I do have triple tactics. The big problem is with Jet Dragon, because if I destroy Jet Dragon, and like if I steal the Jet Dragon and ran it into White Dragon, for example. Did you just negate the wrong dude? I think you did. Ha! Oh, you foolish fool. How foolishly you fooled. Alright, let's use a Snowbell. He thought that because I played this first, that was the right card. No, actually, it's the opposite. Kind of the opposite there, my friend. Alright, so Heraldic Seal of the Heavenly Dudes summons another Jet Dragon. Alright, I see your hand. I mean, I still have a normal summon. Can only suspend it once returned. That doesn't matter to me too much. So what we're going to do is resummon a Glass Bell, because why the heck not? We're going to go ahead and make our Wind Witch Winter Bell. That way we can just do a little bit of burn damage on the side. A Chamba. And then we will make... Well, I could make this. Target a Wind Witch, inflict damage equals half its attack. I'd rather make the guy that negates things and is now also indestructible from card effects. Also, if it battles high-level monsters, does more stuff for me. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea. We're also going to activate our triple tactical talents. Go ahead and steal one of this dude's monsters. In this case, I'm going to steal till the end phase, so I do I want to ram it in? Not really. I'm going to steal the OG Blue Eyes. And we're going to go into a late battle phase, because this doesn't do anything. Let's see, starts the damage, this got battles, target a card, opponent controls, return to the hand. But I can just negate that. So, what we're going to do is going to attack into the Jet Dragon. I'm going to go ahead and gain big attack numbers. Oh yeah, he does, is he... Only added by the Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field or in the grave. Yeah, so he can't use his monster's effects. We'll just put him down to, like, next to nothing. We'll set a card to spook him. We'll end our turn. He can have the dragon back. I don't need it anymore. He'd have to destroy it himself at this point in order to get the effects off, so I'm good. I'm pretty good. That'll work. So, yeah, next turn I can do the Gusto stuff. Or at least some of it. I mean, I've got Griffin. I've got Tailwind. Is that an ideal combination? No. Is it what I've got? Yes. Will I make do? I'll try to. What do we got? Monster Born. Hey, she reviving a dragon. Well, how original. Alright, he's got the Jet Dragon. Normally this would be a problem, but I do have a monster effect negate, so this guy doesn't actually bother me at all. Who else is he going to summon? Galaxy Eyes Slifer Dragon. Well, I'm going to have to. I don't really have a reason not to, and I don't really have an option not to. So I'm just going to negate this. Good effort, sir. Good effort, but that does not work. Good effort, though. But the Jet Dragon will summon itself. And he can still bounce me, which is the one problem. I knew this was going to happen, but it's what happened. But I do have Ice Bell. So, wait, did I remember to pack an extra dude? I don't think I did. Oh, no. No, I did. I got Clear Wing Synchro Drag. But that doesn't matter too much, because I don't have anything to follow that up. But that'll work, too. That'll work, too. This, that's a once per turn. Okay. Cannot summon for the extra deck except a level 5 or higher Windy Boys. So I can't even link summon. Well, that's fine. Let's activate our other Ice Bell. This way, at the very least, we'll get a little bit of burn damage, a little bit of this and that action. And, yeah. Should be pretty set here. My opponent surrenders. Gosh darn, I was right about to go for the Gustos. My opponent, I guess he just assumed I was going to make another Crystal Wing, and yeah, that would have been the end of him pretty much there. So unfortunate, but that's what happens when your opponent sees that you got the Wind Witches. Sometimes they just see Crystal Wing over and over again. They don't accept what's inside. So is what it is. We managed to outplay the Blue Eyes player. He put in some good effort. He did put in some good effort, but unfortunately, our dragon was too big for some of his tech cards and things, and he made that one misplay that really hurt him. That Effect Veiler was just a bad play in general, but regardless, I'm going to call that good for today. Let's go ahead for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody, so the Windwitch Gustos went 2 out of 3, which works just fine. We got to do the Gusto action. We got to do the Windwitch action. We got trolled by some random Toon deck. Toon Library. That's, I guess, it's just Toon Library. But at the end of the day, this is a very simple but very effective deck. You go second with it most often, and you open up with the right hand, you can easily OTK your opponent with just lots and lots of damage. It's fully possible, and, you know, I like it. I like playing some Gustos every once in a while. They're just plain and simple. They're not reliant on negation in order to further their plays. They're just, like, do the damage, throw bird at opponent. That's what we like to do. So I hope everybody enjoyed seeing some Gustos. If you did, smack like and all that good stuff in the comment. You know how it all works out. And before we say the end, of course, we have to read out the deck list for today. So for today's deck, here's what we played. We have 3 copies of Gadarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju, 3 copies of Win the Wind Chandler, 2 copies of Windwitch Glass Bell, 3 Pilica, the Descendant of the Gusto, 3 Windwitch Ice Bell, 3 copies of Gusto Vadir, 2 copies of Gusto Guldo, 3 copies of Gusto Griffin, 2 copies of Gusto Agul, and a Windwitch Snowbell. We have double Lightning Storm and a Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 triple tactical talents, 2 Foolish Burial Goods, Monster Born, Call by the Grave, triple E-Call, and triple Tailwind of the Gusto. The extra deck, we have things like 2 Win the Wind Charmer's Verdant, 1 Appaloosa the Bruiser. We have Daigusto Goldos for flavor, 2 copies of Daigusto Lapa. We have 2 copies of Daigusto Sphreez, 1 Windwitch Winter Bell, 1 Clear Wing Synchro, 1 Windwitch Diamond Bell, 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We have Mistworm. Sadly, I never got to summon out because this guy's cool. We have 1 Virtual World QB Shen for those occasional going first things. And we have a Baron de Flora, which we would make once in a blue moon. As for the side deck, there was a few things I considered. There's like Dragon Ruler of Drafts. You discard this and another wind monster to get the Tempest. So that's an option there. We have Squirrel if you want to play any of the high-level Gustos in your deck, but you really not often want to do that. We have things like High-Speed Road Kendama, which is just another level 6 Synchro with Pierce damage if your opponent's playing some sort of defensive thing. And if you find yourself being forced to go first more often than not, might I recommend Harpy's Featherstorm, because we do have some winged beasts, not in our synchros or anything, but, you know, main deck monsters, not that one, this one. It's an option that's not the best, but it can be potentially helpful if you have some other winged beast that you want to summon out. It's not as useful, but it can be put some work in there. So that's our deck, everybody. Tomorrow begins the first of our themed weeks. It's time for Troll Week. And we're going to be trolling the heck out of people tomorrow. And we're going to go for some kaiju action with some Gradle boys. That's the name of tomorrow. So, till then, your boy Memphis is signing out. Until then, y'all stay safe, y'all stay happy, and you have a good one. I'll see you there.